Hello Taurus, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower reading going from the week of the 16th through to the 23rd of January. We will be going into just a little bit into your chakras and auras. I can't do too much, unfortunately, because I've still got a bad voice. I lost my voice for 3 weeks, and that's why I was very absent on YouTube, so I do apologize about that. Now we're back into the flow. So if you've all remembered how the Astroflower goes, let's just see what's going to go. We're going to do you the tarot reading to start with. Let's just see what's going on with the Petal 6, the overall energy here for you, Taurus, this week. It's going to ask you to do a bit of hard work here. And I mean hard work, I mean it's sort of like having faith in yourself. I think, and this is what I mean by hard work. I don't necessarily mean like shoveling 20 tons of kilos of 20 tons of cement or whatever, yeah, there's going to be work involved as well, but it's holding your nerve more than anything else. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit unseen, maybe. It's like you're fighting up against a lot of things. Sometimes, I was explaining to someone the other day, sometimes it's better to not fight against the current and just allow the current to take you. And then when you see your opportunity, then start fighting for it. So I think patience is really important here this week for you, Taurus. I think this is similar to all earth signs as well. We'll see in the other readings. Let's just see what's going on your karmic message on your relationship side. I think the world is pretty, non-responsive at the moment emotionally. I think everyone's almost feels like it's like you've got to the end of the candle. There's no more wick left, as it were, in regards to the emotions. And I think here is they're sort of saying, don't give up. Don't give up on people around you. Don't give up on yourself as well. It's all to do with patience, I think. It's all to do with patience this week for you, Taurus. It's a case of... the thing is with patience as well is getting ready to move. This is it. And you can do a lot of things in the background. Let's just see what's going on, how the universe is sort of influencing this karmic message. They keep showing to me like a brighter day is coming. It's like, I think it's patience. It's almost as if like, you must have opened a bottle of champagne at some point in your lives. And as you're gradually easing that cork out, you know it's coming. It's going to pop at some point. And the universe is sort of saying, it's so close, it's not far. And you're in this last 3 months before, coming up to the last 3 months before your birthdays as well. So you're moving into your autumn period as well. So I think patience is a virtue, but at the same time, the universe is really trying to sort of, this is what they're saying here, the Six of Swords, Six of Wands. Your time is coming and it's just around the corner. It's just around the corner, Taurus, and you've just got to hold tight. You've got to believe in what you've done, who you are, where you're going, and everything like that. In regards to your relationships, I think there's, as I say, I think people have come to the end of the wick of their relationships or their emotions at the moment. And this is where I think, Taurus, if you keep those contacts, keep those connections with those people. Don't let them drop by the side of the road, as it were. And then I think you're going to come up smiling here. I almost think that possibly by the end of the week and possibly by the end of, by the end of January, certainly, I think you're going to be in a position where you're going to be the toast of the town, as it were. Let's just see how your guides are trying to influence your karmic message. They're asking you to express your emotions at this time when things are difficult and things are hard. If you express your emotions and tell people how you feel, even if it's like, I don't like this, or I love this, or I love you, or I'm feeling, negative vibes from you as well. It's good to talk things through and get things sorted. And if your guides are here sort of saying, express your emotions, don't necessarily show them, but actually say them to the people that are around you. It's gonna open up doors. You're going to be able to sort of see a progression of those relationships. You're going to be able to develop them, and it's how you see it, basically, how you see those relationships, how they can develop, how you feel it within inside you. I think that's really quite important this week. I think this is a week here to, and this is all relationships as well. I think this is a case of, expressing how you feel about the relationships around you. And this could be your brother, your sister, your parents, your lover, or your partner, or whoever it is. This is all about. I don't think this has nothing to do with new relationships at the moment, as far as I can tell. It's all to do with existing ones, and those existing ones have got to they've got to evolve, and I think you've got to evolve as well. Let's just see how it's going on with your with the conversation that is within inside you. They're reiterating this message of the other guides. I think they're working really in tandem here. I think your guides are really close to you at the moment. They're not really concentrating on the universe on the outside world. They're looking inside you and seeing it's all about you. And the moon's a bit of a journey as well. It's a bit of the discovering of the things inside you that you didn't really know existed, maybe. That, in the way that you can express your emotions, that you can fall in love. It's okay. It's okay to, be vulnerable as well to other people and stuff like that. So I think here is they're really trying to help you to express that and trying to bring up the deepest part of your emotions that is within you. Yeah, you got that, the star card here. So it's your dreams and aspirations. You can create what you want, basically, in regards to your relationships that are around you. But it does have to be expressing your emotions in a verbal sort of sense. Really having conversations with people. I think this is really important. Having conversations with people and just telling them how you feel. And even if it's, could be perceived as being negative, I think it's a way that if I was being horrible to someone without me knowing it, if I wasn't consciously aware of it, and that person told me about it, then all of a sudden I'm consciously aware of it. So then, therefore, I can adjust to it. But if they don't tell me, obviously, without me knowing consciously that that I might be oppressing someone or whatever, it's going to be difficult for me to adjust myself because I'm not being told, basically. So I think here is where they're trying to dig these guides here. Listen to that inner voice in regards to your relationships. Don't sort of like just sort of say, no, I'm gonna brave it through. I wouldn't brave it through at the moment. Vulnerability seems like a really good option for you at the moment in regards of trying to express yourself and get things really clear with other people. Let's just see what's going on in your financial sort of side. What's the karmic message on this side? I think everybody's had a bit of a slow up after Christmas, obviously. And I think this could be a case for you as well in regards to your job, your business, your projects, anything in that sort of concern. And it's a bit of a patience card as well here. What we've got here for the similar sort of situation here. But I do believe it's like it's almost like it's observing what is going on around you, realizing this is where you got to hold your nerve as well, in regards to your job or your career path and stuff like that. Believe in what you're doing and how you're going and where you're going. Things will turn up, opportunities will turn up. And this is when you've got to be patient. And then when they turn up, that's when you imply the energy into the whole sort of scenario. Oh, they want those two to come up here. So, yes. So, you got the Hangman and the Queen of Cups. So, I think it's seeing things differently and basically leading with your heart, allowing your emotions to flow out when the moment is right. And it's seeing things in a different way will allow you to seize on those opportunities a lot easier. So as you do get into those opportunities, all of a sudden it's going to make you a lot more chirpy, a lot more sort of happy and vibrant. And I think that vibrancy is going to bring forth a lot more opportunities. It's like a auto-feeding sort of situation here. Let's just see how the universe is guiding your karmic message. They're talking about the change that's happening in society at the moment, and I think it's step-by-step sort of scenario here for everybody, simply because the governance that is around us is so poor, regardless of where you are in the world. I think it's just so poor, and regardless of which aisle of the, I'm not a political person at all. I think we need to change the way we govern ourselves, basically. I think we need to move away from political system, personally. But, whichever side of the aisle you're from, I don't think anybody's doing a good job and not looking after the people. No one's really looking after the interests of the people at all. So I think you should become very independent and just step by step. And you're very good at this, Taurus. One thing, knocking one thing down by another. And this is what the universe is trying to encourage you to do. And that's that strength card. So they are, the universe is sort of saying, hold on, because this change is coming. I would sing that song, A Change is Coming. I think it's a Sam Cooke song. But anyway, the change is coming. So, and it's coming your way, and it's asking, the universe is here, it's saying to you, be sure, be strong within yourself, I think. Let's just see how it's going on the how the guides are trying to influence the karmic message. Be wise in how you spend your money. I think this is where they're trying to create coincidences and situations around you where you don't, spend your money willy-nilly just like that, because otherwise you might find it a little bit difficult. You may find you're a little bit overrun. So at the moment, I would just sort of like concentrate on just sort of when you get money in, hold it back before you start spending it. I would accumulate to dissipate. I don't know what it is. I can't think of the word. To invest, accumulate before you start investing, and they're bringing into a nice sort of rhythm here of how it goes. And there's, I think they've got a rhythm of getting the money in. It's like a call to the rhythm of that drum, as it were, and the fire and the passion of life. And I think this plays into the Queen of Cups, really, to be honest. And this sort of passion is going to be leading you as it goes forward. And I would trust those guys, trust those coincidences that are really passionate, that's sort of happening around you. Let's just see how, what the conversation is within you. Be careful of just talking yourself into something. Just if just got to spend that one extra sale, got to do that one extra little bit. Yeah, you probably do have to do that one extra little bit and stuff like that. But it's also a case here, I think it's also a case where you've got to concentrate on what's going on in front of you. Looking forward, I think that's really important. So just be a little bit too careful about sort of looking back, because you're going to miss those opportunities coming forward. There you got the King of Cups, absolutely perfect. You know, this is all going to be about sort of how you express yourself, how you you could be, you know, in a completely different rhythm to everybody else will make your success. You will find success in areas of life where, you know, people just didn't think it was going to happen. You probably didn't even think it was going to happen either. But here is definitely going to sort of, I think if you do look forward here, you can go forward with a really calm situation and hold your own, your strength, and believe in where you're going and what you're doing. And with that belief, all of a sudden, you're going to create plain sailing for yourself. And I think that's where that bringing in the money and giving yourself a bit of a buffer, a bit of security is really important. Let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. A lot of confidence, a lot of feeling, yes, I'm there. And as you do get there, you're going to plateau into a very comfortable position, I think, in the coming weeks. And as you plateau in that comfortable position, it's going to put you in a position where you can actually start thinking a lot more about the future. You start looking at sort of what sort of projects you want to do, what sort of existence you want to have, what sort of things you want to invest in, what sort of relationships you want to have, and it's going to set you up beautifully for your autumn period, basically. Yeah, I think it's very social. I do think it's connecting with a lot of people, especially with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups in there, and you've got the Knight of Wands, and you've got the Six of Wands there, and the Star. I think you don't quite see it at the moment, actually, funnily enough, because you've got that moon going on in the middle. I think it's a case where you're concentrating on trying to get things in, or trying to get things stable within your life. And as you're trying to get things in, you're concentrating on the here and now, but you should be looking in front of you. And if you do look in front of you, I think there's some wild times, some beautiful times for you coming up in the next few weeks, basically, as we move closer to the your birthday season, the eclipses as well within your season, the lunar and the solar eclipse as well. So, you know, that should be really interesting. So there you go, Taurus. That's your reading for the 16th through to the 23rd. My voice is held out for this. And I'm just going to now, let me just bring up the Astroflower, man. And I just want to have a quick reading of the your auras and your chakras, and let's just see what's going on there, shall we? So thank you very much for those cards. Okay, so here's the chakra man bringing up. There we go. We've got his head and stuff like that. There you go. And there's his root chakra. So bizarre. Funny enough, I think on your root chakra, I think you're trying to find your place within your relationships, because your root chakra on your left-hand side seems to be a lot more permanent, a lot more forceful. You really want to find your position within your social surroundings. Let's just see what's happening on the sacrum. You've definitely got a lot of determination for things to work at the moment, and things to flourish, things to be, you know, to be secure, to have a good foundation, to, you know, and I think this is on both relationships and on your financial side. And it is a case here of working hard and playing hard, basically. Let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus. It's not the usual powerful solar plexus which I'm used to within Taurus. It's more defined, So and I think this is to do with that concentrating on the here and now. You're putting a lot of energy into sorting out the crossing the T's and dotting the I's, which is also very important. But I do think you do need to look up. Let's just see what's going on with the heart chakra. You might feel a little bit disappointed in life at the moment. And I think it's because you're concentrating on the here and now. If you lift your head up, actually, I think you'll realise that there's lots of opportunities. There's lots of beautiful things coming up. So you need to pick that heart up, which we saw with the Queen of Hearts and the King of Hearts on the financial sort of side, but also on the Six of Wands and the Star thing. I think you need to realise that dreams are important, and sometimes even impossible dreams are important. It's worthwhile having a shot at it, basically. Let's just see what's going on with the third eye and the throat chakra. There's a lot of mental stuff going on, and there's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of juggling with life at the moment, which might be a little bit difficult for you. And as I said in the tarot reading, I think there's more expression, verbal expression, that needs to sort of happen. And let's just see what's going on in your crown chakra. That reflects your solar plexus as well. It does fall down a little bit. It droops a little bit. So it may be a question here of you're not playing enough, you're not out there having enough fun, just for having fun for fun's sake, just having a laugh. I think that's really important for you, and you need to make life a little bit lighter. And I think this is where this lifting of the head up and seeing the possibilities, the dreams of tomorrow. Let's just have a look at your aura as well. Yeah, there's too much mental stuff going on. Don't live in your head, Taurus. Live in life. And I think that's what the King of Hearts was about, and the Queen of Hearts, and also the Hangman was about, was looking at life a little bit differently on that side, and also dreaming a bit with that star card there. So let's just pull your aura down, so then you can sit nicely within your body, so then you can really experience and dig deep into those emotions and allow those emotions to sort of come out. Okay, so there you go, Taurus. That's very nice. Thank you very much. My throat has not been brilliant, as you may well tell. It's still not brilliant, so there will be much and there's going to be a lot more other types of readings coming up, where it's with regards to your chakras, your auras, your energies. We're going to be connecting to the sun and stuff like that, but it's just been a little bit difficult to do them at the moment. I hope you understand. In the meantime, Taurus, thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.